This is a special report from ABC News Digital.
Hello, I'm Ty Hernandez in New York, and this is an ABC News Digital special report. Police in Venezuela say they have arrested the 5 men responsible for the deadly ambush and murder of former Miss Venezuela Monica Spear and her ex-husband. The couple's 5-year-old daughter was also wounded in the attack. The family was stuck on the roadside after a small traffic accident. They had been vacationing together. For more now on this case and the surge of violent crime in Venezuela, we're joined by Mariana Atencio, co-host of The Morning Show on Fusion. Mariana, good morning to you. Good afternoon. What is the latest from Venezuela, and when did the arrest occur, and what are police saying about the crime?
The arrest occurred yesterday. The tow truck driver that fled the scene is also being questioned. And the family who lived here in Orlando, Monica Spears' family, actually flew overnight to Venezuela for the memorial services because according to Venezuelan law, if you're murdered in that country, you need to be buried there. As you mentioned, the 5-year-old daughter did survive. She's recovering. She's in a hospital, but she's being held in police custody.
And what can you tell us about the life of Monica Spear, her time in America? Apparently she wasn't just a beauty queen.
Any beauty queen in Venezuela who's crowned Miss Venezuela, I grew up there, I'm exactly her same age, is looked up to because it's just a huge platform for young girls from lower middle class families to receive an education, to get journalism degrees, to become television presenters, and in Monica Spears' case, telenovela stars. But in her case in particular, she chose very particular soap opera roles that really made her win the hearts and minds of Venezuelans. She was most known for a role in a telenovela where she played a young girl who had Asperger's syndrome, and the telenovela was called The Perfect Woman. And with that soap opera, she tried to sort of revive a national debate about what beauty and inner beauty really was, and that's why people loved her so much. She, of course, also had American citizenship. She had moved here to Florida and was working here at Telemundo to avoid such a terrible thing happening to her, as many of us Venezuelans have had to leave in order to avoid the rampant violence that has taken over our country.
Yeah, let's stop for a minute and talk about that violence. An estimated 70 people have been murdered since New Year's Eve. What is the president of that country saying about it?
I mean, he's really not saying much. Today he appeared on state television surrounded by state-backed artists saying that this shouldn't be turned into a political issue. But that is not what everyday Venezuelans wants to hear. That's not what my own family wants to hear, who lives down there and is exposed to this wave of crime every single day. 24,000 people died last year alone, and these are numbers that we know of. You can imagine many of the deaths go unreported. The impunity rate is 90% in murder cases. Not even a single arrest is made. So Monica Spear could have been anybody, and that is what will take people to the streets today. There's a mass protest scheduled, and I'm pretty sure thousands of Venezuelans are going to head to the streets and voice their indignation with this situation.
Now, the family had been on vacation when they had their road incident. They were actually waiting by the roadside for help when they were attacked. Was this known to be a dangerous area?
Not really. I mean, anywhere in Venezuela when you're driving at 10 p.m. at night is considered dangerous. My own family there just doesn't go out at night, period. And if they do, and we're not even wealthy or anything, you need to at least have one bulletproof car if you can afford it. What happens in many of these roads is that thugs leave big rocks, throw objects onto the road, hoping that cars will get broke down, and that is when they attack. And apparently that is what happened in the unfortunate case of Monica Spears.
Now, we've heard that her family encouraged her to leave the country. As you've been describing, these are violent and dangerous times. She'd apparently been robbed 6 times in the past few years.
That's right. Our Univision affiliate spoke to the family in Orlando yesterday, and the dad said, quote, "She loved Venezuela. I tried to get her out of there. She had been mugged, as you mentioned, 5 or 6 times. But it's just such a beautiful country. It's home." She had a sick grandmother there as well. And she was tweeting all over the holidays, during the holidays about, the beautiful landscapes and how beautiful our country is. So it's that dichotomy that expats have to live with. And unfortunately, it ended up killing her in the end.
All right, Fusion's Mariana Atencio, thank you so much for joining us. And you can see Mariana along with co-host Pedro Andrade and Yanis Papis every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. on Fusion. For all the latest on the investigation into the murders of former Miss Venezuela, Monica Spears, and her ex-husband, stay right here at abcnews.com. This has been an ABC News Digital Special Report. I'm Ty Hernandez in New York.